Good morning. Sometimes when I listen to the news or I'll read different newspapers, I have to be honest. I find myself getting depressed. There's so much meanness and anger in the world. But one of the things I've also discovered is if I really look, there is so much kindness in the world. There is so much goodness in the world. So many people on a one-on-one individual basis who really are working hard to make this world a better place. And I find those people incredibly inspiring. One of the people I learned about recently was a man named Henry Darby. Henry Darby is the principal at North Charlotte High School in Charlottesville, South Carolina. He's an amazing man. He is a principal by day. He's out there calling his students by name, trying to encourage them. But what he does by night is what's interesting. He works at Walmart, stocking shelves. What makes that remarkable is the fact that all the money that he makes, he gives away to help the students. He doesn't need the money. He's not working for himself. He's taken on a second job because he said his students and their families have been really hit hard by this pandemic. And he cares about them so much and he wants to help them. He said he found that he had students who were sleeping under a bridge. They'd become homeless. He said he had a former student who he found sleeping in her car with her baby. He said he's gone to a home to check on a student and found that the house has no curtains and there's simply a mattress lying on the floor. No, he gets teared up when he starts talking about his students and what they're going through. 90% of his students live below the poverty line. It's tough. And yet he knows these kids are trying to make a future. They want something that is better. And he wants to do everything he can to help them find that. So he took this job working at Walmart. He didn't tell his boss, Miss Sullivan, that he had another job. She didn't know she was a principal at high school. He had worked there for quite some time before she happened to find out. And then she found out what he was doing with the money. Well, she was so overwhelmed, she went and told the Today Show. Because the Today Show was running specials this year all about teachers who were going the second mile to bless their students. And she felt like he was someone who needed to be recognized. Well, Mr. Darby was very clear. He wasn't doing this for publicity. He didn't want anybody to know. It's why he hadn't told anybody. But the Today Show was determined they wanted to take the opportunity to honor him. And so students from their cheerleading squad and different ones came out, and he was on the football field, and they honored him. And then Miss Solomon said, well, we have a special gift for you from Walmart. They gave him a bag and asked him to open it. And inside was a check for $50,000. He didn't know what to say. I love the fact that he said, they asked him, why are you doing this? And he said, it's quite simple. Just to learn, I'm wanting my students just to learn to help others. It's one of the greatest things that we could do in terms of human beings. I just want my students to learn to be kind. Just like Mr. Darby. Going out of his way to be kind, to help them, to give them encouragement so that they can make it. I love the fact he said, I'm an optimist, but I'm also a determinist. I know things are going to get better if we work hard. He is optimistic and he is determined. And he really is living out what does it mean to love your neighbor, no exception. He believes in the old adage, he said, that he knows one person can't change the whole world, but one person can change another's world. And I really believe that's what Christ calls us to do. As we are all called to go out to share God's love and bring hope in this world. There is a lot of people who are doing it. Just like you and me, we're going to make a difference. Have a great day.